Welcome to Gamescom.
Fantastic. New trailers all access.
Well, co-op is something we've tried out a little bit before. We had a package that came out post-launch for Battlefield Bad Company 2, where we felt that we didn't really get that as far as we wanted it to. And in the creation of Battlefield 3, we want to have a proper blockbuster proposition in there, meaning that we want to both single-player, co-op, and multiplayer. The co-op part of Battlefield 3 is going to be a two-player co-op where you and a friend can play together. The game is going to ship with 6 of these missions, and they're going to range from anything like tight urban warfare, like the mission that we saw here at the press conference. This is called exfiltration. But we also have other missions which are more based around like vehicles. So you can have you and a buddy sitting in a helicopter, for instance. If the co-op missions are very successful, yeah, sure, it might be that we consider to adding more co-op missions to Battlefield 3 post-launch, but right now we haven't planned for it. We're also showing the return of jets, where you actually now can pilot jets again, which has been missing from the last games that we've been releasing. One of the big improvements that we have in the multiplayer of Battlefield 3 is definitely what we're showing here on the floor today, which is 64-player Conquest on PC. That means that the big fights that we used to have in Battlefield 2 are definitely back again. Very hectic. The map is huge though, so you spread out the players a bit. There's a lot of vehicles. You have everything from jets to helicopters in the big open maps that we have. Tanks, jeeps, everything, plus all the infantry running around. So the 64-player maps are very, very hectic and intense, depending a bit on what kind of play style you have. Battlefield 3 is definitely supporting dedicated servers. The console versions of Battlefield 3 are going to support 24 players, like we've done before. We believe that that is a good number. It's also that we prioritize a lot when it comes to the destruction of the vehicles, all the vast open environments that we have. But naturally, these big environments are going to be scaled down a bit to fit the 24 players on console. It's a good number. On PC, we have a little bit more of CPU and GPU power, so we can have more players there. But too, the whole development of this engine has been an iterative process, naturally. But we felt that in order to deliver a true sequel to Battlefield 2 that we shipped in 2005, we felt that we needed to be at a certain state, both when it comes to like the team, what we've done before, with trying out single player and co-op and different things in multiplayer, the experience from the team, but also the technology in the background, meaning that we could make the most beautiful game, the best played game we ever had done before. And that's why the time is right now when we have the Frostbite 2 engine that can deliver so much for it, with full dynamic lighting, with the new animation technology we have in there, so we have much more realistic animations, the big destruction, the large scale of the maps, etc. All this is important, and Frostbite 2 helps us deliver that, and that's why it's the right time to build and deliver Battlefield 3 now. In terms of secrets, we've announced a couple of things. We've touched upon co-op here. We've shown a couple of things from single player, and we've shown some things from multiplayer. But there's a lot more in Battlefield 3 actually, and we're not going to show everything before launch. Naturally, we want to have a lot of secrets in there for the people that actually do buy the game. But we have some more things that we're going to drop on you before we're done with this campaign. Battlefield 3 is coming out for PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3, and it's going to start by coming out in North America on October 25th. And it's going to come out on Europe around October 28th. There might be some small variation depending on country.